Good morning, all of you. So, as we know, in last class we studied molecules of elements. In our today's class, we are going to see what is the molecules of compounds. Molecules of compounds. Now, before going to study this one, molecules of compound, in last class I taught you atomicity. Can anybody read the definition of atomicity? I'm not asking you to say. Read the definition of atomicity. Yes, please.
So the number of atoms present in a molecule is called its atomicity.
The number of atoms present in a molecule is called as atomicity. So that atomicity, if only one atom is present, monoatomicity, two atoms are present, diatomic, three atoms are present, triatomic, four atoms are present, tetraatomic, more than four, we used to call it as what? We used to call it as
Polyatomics.
Okay, or else basically more than two is to say polyatomic. 3 and 4 also called as polyatomic only. Now, this all we studied for molecules of elements. Molecules of elements means the sense of same type of atoms are present. That is the most important. Same atoms are present in molecules of elements. For example, if we take oxygen molecule, tell me what is that? Oxygen molecule, what is atomicity? Oxygen molecule, O or O2? I'm asking
O2.
molecule. Oxygen molecule is O2. So, two oxygen atoms are combined together. Two oxygen atoms are combined together and they will be looks like a molecule. So this is a molecule of an element or compound. Only same atoms are present. So it is a molecule of an element. If we take suppose nitrogen atom is N. What is the nitrogen molecule? Anybody? Molecule. N2. Nitrogen molecule. See the difference. This is the atom and this is the molecule. Very, very important when we are solving the mole concept. Molecule. Now, if you notice here, two nitrogen atoms are present together. That is what nitrogen atom. Nitrogen molecule. So, molecules of elements means same kind of atoms or different kind of atoms? Same kind of atoms joined together to form a molecule. To form molecule is called as molecules of an element. Now, in our today's class, we are going to study molecules of compounds. Means in the sense of same atoms or different atoms will combine chemically. Anybody?
Different atoms.
Different atoms will chemically combine together. More than one atom. Then that is called as molecules of compounds. Now, if you'll observe very carefully, Mitakshri, yesterday molecules of elements, I used to say some more name. Can you tell me what is that name? All are same atoms are present, same kind of atoms. That is why that molecules are called as some name. Can you tell me, Harish?
So homoatomic molecules.
They are called as homoatomic molecules because same kind of atoms are present. That is why it is called as homoatomic molecule. Now, molecules of compounds means they are actually made up of two or more different elements. Two or more different atoms of elements. So that is why these molecules are called homogeneous or heteromolecules. What we used to call this one? These are called as heteroatomic molecule. Understand everyone? If the same kind of atoms, we used to say homoatomic molecules, but they are having here two or more than two different atoms of elements. That is why it is called as heteroatomic molecule. What is to say, everybody? Heteroatomic molecules. That is why these molecules are known as, what is to call? These molecules are known as, what is to call, guys? All of you. Heteroatomic molecules only called as what? Compounds. And these also chemically combined with the help of a bond called as, what is the bond present here?
Ionic.
Bond. Understanding? But here the bond which is present is ionic bond. All of you should remember. What is the bond name called as? Ionic bond. Okay, but here homoatomic, the bond which is present is covalent bond. Please remember, whenever you are getting in exam also, if it is ionic bond or covalent bond, also it will study in your class 10th and higher classes also you will study the same thing. But it's not ionic bond in every cases. Just we have to remember it is not ionic bond, but it's okay you can remember. So compounds is heteroatomic molecules, and here homoatomic molecules means they are the molecules of elements, and heteroatomic molecules means molecules of compounds. Now, if you take for example HCl, what is the name of this one? Anybody can tell? HCl.
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid. Very good. So if you take this HCl, is it a homoatomic molecule or heteroatomic molecule? Anybody?
Heteroatomic molecules.
Heteroatomic molecule. What is the reason behind? Anybody? It is made up of two atoms. What is the two atoms are present here? Two different
Hydrogen
atoms.
and chloride.
Yes, everyone. Two different atoms. What is that? One is hydrogen atom and another one is what? Chlorine atom. So that is why it is the heteroatomic molecule. So it is a compound or element. It is a compound or element.
Compound.
Compound. That is why it is say molecule of a compound. This is called as a molecule of a compound. So let us understand what is this compound. Please, all of you write. A compound have molecules. A compound have molecules. Very important one. A compound have molecules as their independent and repeating units. As their independent and repeating unit. That is what we used to call as molecules. Okay. So now different atoms are held together. See here, if you take example, hydrogen and chlorine is held together with different strength of forces, and atoms of different elements joined together in always in a definite proportions. That is what we used to say. It will form a molecule of compound. So if you take in anywhere in the world, hydrochloric acid, always how many hydrogen atom and how many chlorine atom? Everybody? How many hydrogen and how many chlorine? Always one hydrogen atom and one chlorine atom. So wherever you will go in the world, hydrochloric acid, always the molecule of hydrochloric acid, always what they will say? Molecule of hydrochloric acid is always it is a definite proportion. What is that name? We have called one name, one law it is. Anybody can tell what is that law? We studied already in this chapter. Law of constant proportion or definite proportion, which is given by Mr. whom? Mr.
Anthony Lavoisier.
Anthony Lavoisier. Mr. Prouster. Prouster or Lavoisier? Proust. Because who first law of conservation of mass is given by Lavoisier. Yes, Mr. Harish?
Yes, sir.
That is what. So All of you need to remember, always they will be forming a definite number of atoms from the different elements, and they'll form always a fixed proportion to form a molecule of a compound. So these molecules of compounds also classified as, remember, no monoatomic is present. Why no monoatomic is present here? Anybody can tell me? Here it will start from diatomic, triatomic, polyatomic, or tetraatomic, pentatomic only. No monoatomic. Why? Anybody? Arun?
So because two or more different atoms created, sir.
Molecule of compound will form minimum how many elements? Minimum two or more than two. So the molecules of compounds starts from diatomic one. Okay, everybody? So diatomic molecule. So diatomic molecules of compounds, if you take all of you, you can give the examples of any compounds which is having two atoms. Anybody can tell me what is the examples of that? Only two atoms. Only two. Examples. I will give you carbon monoxide. How many atoms are there? Check it. Carbon monoxide. How many? Hurry.
Two, sir.
Carbon monoxide, 2. Nitrogen monoxide, nitric oxide, nitrogen oxide, NO. Hydrochloric acid, what is that? Yes, please. Hydrochloric acid, how many? Acid, 2 only. KCl, potassium chloride. Potassium chloride, how many?
2.
Potassium chloride, all are examples of that only. Okay. Next, calcium oxide, CaO. You want how many atoms? Check it. How many? 2 only. Examples of diatomic molecule. Next, triatomic molecule. Triatomic molecule of a compound. Example, anybody give fastly? Tri. Yes. Tri.
Sir, carbon dioxide.
Water. Water is the basic one. Sulfur dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide. These all are what? Examples of triatomic. Total atoms. How many atoms? Count number of atoms. Harizeras, understand? Aswin Balaji?
Yes, sir.
Johan, that is what? Try to respond. Triatomic means total number of atoms. How many? Check it here. Carbon 1 plus oxygen 2, which is equals to 3. Hydrogen 2 plus 1, 3. So that it is triatomic. Okay, next. Tetraatomic molecule. Give the examples of tetra. 4 should come. Tetra atomic molecule. Atomic molecules of compounds. Any one of you? Very one
Nitrate.
Sir, calcium carbonate.
Nitrate.
Yes. Hurry.
Calcium carbonate, sir.
Calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Hurry, only 4, hurry. You're getting 5.
So nitrates.
Nitrate, sorry, ammonia. Ammonia, everybody check it. Ammonia, what is the formula? NH3. So 1 plus 3, which is equals to how many? 4. Next, hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. Very, very important in higher classes also. Hydrogen peroxide. So many of your Tamil Nadu government exams, they will ask you this chemical name. Hydrogen peroxide. H2O2 is hydrogen peroxide. What is the name of? Check it here. 2 plus 2, which is equals to what? 4. Understand? All of you?
Aluminum chloride.
Aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride. Yeah. Aluminium chloride. AlCl3. Okay. So aluminium chloride, AlCl3. Here also same thing. 1 plus 3, which is equals to 4. Is it correct? Abhirami?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Aluminium chloride. Make it fast. So many things you can. So that is what it is. So more than this, you can say it is actually depending upon its atomicity. We can get more even. So we can say polyatomic molecules of compounds. More than 2, we will say it's like a polyatomic. We can say like after 4, you can say it is a polyatomic molecules of a compounds. Any doubt, guys? Anybody? Please ask me. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
That is what you have to remember. Now, if you understand this one, then the elements and their atomic masses. So all of you should know minimum 20 elements and their atomic masses without fail. All of you should learn first 20 elements and their atomic masses. Kindly, everybody should learn whenever it is possible. You will by heart or you will memorize or whatever your convenient. But all of you should know minimum 20 elements and their atomic masses. So if you'll do that one, today we are going to calculate the elemental ratio of a given compounds. How to do that and what to do. Now, in this middle one concept I am skipping, which I will teach you at the last. That is what? How to find the atomic mass comparison. You might be find it that watermelon and all they are cutting. You might be studied already, but the situation it is not the time to learn now. So that is why now I am not teaching that. I will teach you some other time. Now if you see in our NCERT, I am following very strictly and I am making you to learn very perfectly. So now this atomic mass alone I will teach you at the some other after completing some other thing. Now today's class we are going to study now how do these atoms existed completed. Next one you can see molecules of elements is completed and molecules of atoms molecules of compounds also completed. Now we are going to study molecules of compounds is also completed. Now we are going to study how to find this ratio, simplest ratio of an atoms. Very important. Now if you notice in our textbook they have given water ratio is H2O. So what is the ratio? Elemental ratio what? 2:1 and ratio by mass is 1:8. So how it will comes? And what is happening, this all we'll discuss now. We will find these ratios also. Shall we start, everybody? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number ratio as well as mass ratio, both you have to find it. Whole number ratio and as well as what? Mass ratio. All of you should remember. Mass ratio is this one and whole number ratio means how it will be coming. So let us discuss both and we will solve it. Okay. Now you can keep. So for that purpose, how many elements you should learn? Yeah, they have given here very few elements. You can learn minimum 20 elements along with their atomic masses. So now you can see hydrogen. What is atomic mass of hydrogen? They are saying 1U, 1 atomic mass unit. Carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16, sodium 23, magnesium 24, sulfur 32, chlorine 35.5 and calcium 40. So let us start finding that how to find the mass ratio and as well as simple ratio of a given elements. So shall we state everybody? Shall we start all of you? Now you can see that the some elements which is given in our textbook also. So let us take. So the first one, if they have given, you can see calculation of elemental ratio of water. You can keep it. Calculation of elemental ratio. 11th class also it is a very basic concept. Around one chapter you will study the same thing. Calculation of elemental ratio. Elemental ratio of water. Okay, one time elemental ratio, another one time mass ratio. Both will study. Is it okay, guys? Yes, everybody. So we keep heading now. Calculation of elemental ratio of water. How to solve it? You can see. So basically, what is the water formula? You tell me before generally discussing. What is the water formula? What is the water formula?
H2O.
H2O means I will say how many hydrogens are there? Elements. How many hydrogens are there? 2 hydrogens and what is the oxygen? 1. So that is a ratio. Elemental ratio. What is the elemental ratio of water? Elemental ratio of water 2:1. How it will comes? That is only things. So that is what we are going to discuss now. Sir, how you are getting 2:1? Why our water formula is always this? Let us discuss now. So observe very carefully. If you want to find the calculation of elemental ratio, first you need to know mass ratio. So now first we will study mass ratio. Later we will go to the elemental ratios. Shall we start now, everybody? Are you understand? All of you? Now,
Yes, sir.
let us discuss first mass ratio by mass, how it is coming, and we will go with the elemental ratio. So now construct the tabular column first. Element. So what is the elements present in this? All of you tell me. What is the elements present in this water? Yes, please.
Hydrogen and oxygen, sir.
Hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so that you can write. So now I am constructing the tabular here. You can see. Okay. Now first one you can write element name. Element. 1 minute. I'll insert one more thing. Now all of you write. Everybody. First one is what? Element. What is the element present in the water? All of you tell me. Element present in the water, hydrogen and oxygen. Next, second heading is mass ratio. Mass ratio. I will teach you how to find mass ratio. Next, atomic mass. Atomic mass, U. Next, mass ratio by atomic mass. Mass ratio by atomic mass. Last one, simplest whole number ratio. Whole number ratio. Okay, that is what we will say elemental ratio. Okay, so let's start now. So let us see how to find the mass ratio first. So mass ratio is finding with the help of atomic mass only. So mass ratio of water is, I will say 1:8. How, sir? Means, remember, atomic mass of hydrogen, as we know the formula H2O. So what is atomic mass of hydrogen? Just now we studied. Atomic mass of hydrogen is what? 1U, and oxygen is 16U. So if I'll do that here, 1U into number of hydrogens are how many, guys? What is the number of hydrogens? Everyone?
2, sir.
2 is 2. Oxygens are how many? 1. 16U into 1. So it will become 2 is 2. 1 into U, 1 into U, 2U. And this one 16 into 1, 16U. So let it be UU, we won't consider. We'll consider 2 is to 16. So 2 is to 16, both are even numbers. You can try to simplify by dividing with the 2. So if you divide with the 2, what is the simplest ratio you'll get?
1:8.
So 1:8 is the mass ratio of water. Do you understand, all of you? Yes, please. Respond. That is what the mass ratio. Now with the help of this mass ratio, we are going to find the simplest ratio, elemental ratio. So what is the mass ratio? Fastly tell me. What is the mass ratio? All of you?
1:8.
1:8. So here hydrogen 1 and oxygen 8 will come. So atomic mass of hydrogen. Nimish, atomic mass of hydrogen 1 and oxygen 16. Oxygen 16. Okay, clear, everybody? Now, what is the next column? Mass ratio divided by atomic ratio. What will come? Tell me. Mass ratio divided by atomic ratio. So 1 divided by 1, which is equals to 1. Next here, 8 divided by 16, which is equals to, how much will come? 8 divided by 16, which is equals to, all of you. How much, Ra?
0.5, sir.
1/2. Don't take decimals. Mitakshri, Harish, always take fractions. 1/2. Any doubt? Any doubt? Anybody? Now, sir, how to find the simplest one? That is the question, which is not even explained in book. Directly they will say answer. Now, In this division, mass ratio by atomic ratio, whatever it is coming smallest one, with that you have to divide both the things. Can you understand what I'm saying? The smallest one, we have to divide all the remaining things. So let us discuss. What is the smallest one? What is the smallest one here? 1 or 1 by 2?
1 by 2, sir.
1 by 2.
By 2.
First one. 1 divided by 1 by 2, which is equals to what will come? Everybody can tell me. 1 into 2 by 1, which is equals to 2. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? So 2 will come here. Second one, 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, which is equals to 1 by 2 into 2 by 1. So all will get cancelled. What is remaining, Hari? 1 is remaining. So 1 will come. So that is the thing. So the smallest elemental ratio of water is how much, guys? How much it is? Elemental ratio, how much?
2 is to
2
1,
is
sir.
to 1.
2 is to 1. Remember, once again I'm saying, after doing the mass ratio by atomic ratio, with the smallest one, we have to divide everything. That is what you have to remember. Okay, everybody? Please respond. So 1 divided by 1 by 2, which is equals to 2. Here, 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, which is equals to 1. Any doubt? Anybody can ask. Clear? Arun, Divya, Johan, Mr. Kaushik? Nobody? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
The book is only given hydrogen. Now I'll ask you next one also. Okay, that is what you have to do it. Next, they'll ask you simplest ratio in exam. Is it completed? Tell me. Next one I'll give you. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt you can ask me. Harish, who is absent? Omar on the next one. Gokul. Is it correct? Okay. So is it completed, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Calculation of elemental ratio of ammonia. Calculation of elemental ratio of ammonia. Divya, are you doing? I want response from you, please. Calculation of elemental ratio of elemental ratio of ammonia. Calculation of elemental ratio of ammonia. Calculation of elemental ratio of ammonia. Ammonia, you keep heading. Ammonia. Ammonia. What is the formula of ammonia? Everybody. Ammonia. NH3. So I'm showing your textbook also, NCERT book. You can see what is the mass ratio. Mass ratio alone you have to remember. What is the ammonia mass ratio? Just check it here. What is the mass ratio of ammonia? All of you.
14:3.
14:3.
3. Please remember, what is the ammonia mass ratio? Mass ratio is 14:3. Now we are finding elemental ratio. So let us find. Shall we start now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So ammonia, first one. What is the first column will come? Element. What is the name of the element present here? Element present.
Nitrogen, hydrogen, sir.
Hydrogen and hydrogen. Next, second column. Mass ratio. What is the mass ratio? They have given 14:3. Okay. So that is the mass ratio. Ammonia. Please remember. Very, very important one. Ammonia. NH3. So N is to hydrogen. Nitrogen is to hydrogen is mass ratio is 14:3. That is what you have to remember. Mass ratio. Please remember that. Okay. Next. Mass ratio over. Next, what will come? Atomic mass. Atomic mass. What is atomic mass of nitrogen? Check the tabular column and tell me. You're having books correct, Harish Jairaj? What is
Yes,
atomic
sir.
mass of nitrogen?
14, sir.
What is atomic mass of hydrogen? All of you.
1 into 3.
1 into 3 not
Yes, sir.
only 1. I am considering only one atom. Understand, Harish? Be
Yes,
careful.
sir.
1 into 3 not 1. That is total mass. It is not, I am asking only atomic mass of hydrogen. I am writing here not H3. I am writing only H. Have you noticed that?
Yes, sir.
One atom you should find, not all the atoms. Understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Be very careful. Now, what is the next column will come?
Mass ratio divided by atomic.
Yes. Mass ratio by atomic mass. Do that. Mass ratio by atomic mass.
1 and 3, sir.
Atomic mass. Here what will come? 14 by 14, which is equals to 1. Now here, 3 by 1, which is equals to what? Which is equals to what? 3. Okay. Now here for your convenience, I am trying to insert one more column and let us see here, all of you. So basically, sorry. Now, as we know that now what is the smallest ratio in this? Tell me what is the smallest ratio? Yes, please.
1.
Yes, what is the smallest ratio?
1.
1.
1, sir.
That is what. Insert one more column in our notebook also. You can do ratio. Keep heading for that. Ratio with the smallest ratio. Ratio of smallest ratio. Okay. Last one is simple whole number ratio. That is only called as elemental ratio. Simple whole number ratio. Called as elemental ratio. Okay, are everybody? Now, what is the smallest ratio? 1 or 3? All of you.
1, sir.
1. So we have to divide 1 with everything. 1 by 1, which is equals to what?
1, sir.
1 by 1, which is equals to what? 1 only. Okay. Next. Next one. 3 by 1, which is equals to what? Which is
3,
equals
sir.
to what? 3. So the simplest ratio is 1:3. So what is the elemental ratio? The atomic ratio. What is the atomic ratio of this one? Atomic or elemental ratio? Atomic ratio of ammonia. How much are it? N is to H is equals to how much, Amma?
1:3.
1.
1:3, sir.
1:3. Okay. 1:3. One is to 3. That's all. Are you clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Solve it. Understand now, Divya? Kaushik? Arun? Never respond. Johan, Arun, Harini.
Yes, sir.
Next question. Calculation of elemental ratio of carbon dioxide. Calculation of elemental ratio of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Anybody is having mass ratio doubt? Mass ratio will come like this. Nitrogen is 1. 1 is to 1 into 14U. Next one, hydrogens are 3 are there. So 3 into 1U, which is equals to 14:3. So it is not possible to divide with any number. So that this itself is a mass ratio, smallest number. Any doubt? I think I already taught you also beginning itself. Yes or no? That is. Next, calculation of elemental ratio of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Now, again mass ratio. See from the book. What is the mass ratio of carbon dioxide? Check in our book. Everybody. What is the mass ratio of carbon dioxide? Here see. What is the mass
3
ratio?
is to 8.
Mass ratio, everybody. 3:8. Okay. With the help of that only we are going to do now. So all of you do that. Mass ratio you have to remember. Mass ratio over. Now coming to here and construct the tabular column totally. How much tabular column? 6/3. Construct it fastly. 6/3 tabular column construct. Now, first one. Oh. Shit. Okay. Now you can write. So first column, what will come? Tell me fastly. Element. What is the element present in carbon dioxide?
Carbon and oxygen.
Carbon and oxygen. Harisera, as always, one atom only you should write. Be careful, okay? Next, mass ratio. Mass ratio. What is the mass ratio, ma? Carbon dioxide mass ratio. All of you. 3:8. Okay. Next, atomic mass. Atomic mass. What is atomic mass of carbon? Atomic mass of carbon is 12U. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16U. Write it. 12 and 16. Okay. Next, mass ratio by atomic mass. Mass ratio by atomic mass. What is the answer will come? You have to tell me.
1/4.
3 by,
1 by
and this one is 8
Or
by,
1/4 and 1/2.
this is 1/4 and this one is 1/2. Is it right or wrong, Mr. Johan? Do it.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Omar, always late half an hour. I don't know what you will do.
No, sir. While I'm writing the homework, I just forgot the
Do it, do
time,
it.
sir.
Next, ratio, smallest ratio. Ratio, smallest one. Who is the smallest one? 1/4 or 1/2?
1/4.
1/4, smallest ratio. That is you have to do it. So 1/4 divided by 1/4, and here 1/2 divided by 1/4. So all of you do that. 1/4 divided by 1/4, which is equals to 1/4 into 4/1, which is equals to how much it will come? 1. So 1 will come. So simplest whole number ratio. Simple whole number ratio. Okay. Next, this one. 1/2 divided by 1/4.